The broadcast you're about to hear is a special sports presentation brought to you by WPEX-FM 90.9.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Welcome everybody to Miller Field. I'm John Hart along with Robbie Hart. Exciting Dixie Youth baseball. It's Pannells Logan going up against Eppes Supply. Hard hit ball, starting things a little bit late, and it will go all the way to the fence. And that was Tyler Bourne, by the way, that hit it all the way to the fence. He will get a stand-up double for Eppes Supply. Hello everybody, John Hart here along with Robert Hart at Miller Field here in Blackstone, Virginia. And I hope you're in, Robbie.
I'm here, yeah.
Okay. John Thomas is pitching. He's going to be pitching. That will go a little bit inside. Pitching today for Pannells Logging. Runner on first for Eppes Supply. Here comes now the wind up, the release, the pitch. And this one goes the opposite way, goes outside for ball number 2. Eppes Supply has had somewhat problems this year in the pitching department. Of course, Pannells, but yeah, that's ball number 3, by the way. But one thing you got on the other side, Eppes Supply, they won all their games because they got Tyler White pitching. And he can pitch the ball.
That does help in this league, that's for sure.
Oh, helps a great deal, I might add. And that one's going to be ball number 4. There goes Tyler Bourne down. Slow, folks. I got bit by some so I'm kind of stumbling a little bit. I don't know. That's not going to work. I put my lineups here in front of me, and I can't see the things. Okay, here we go. I believe this is Ra Walker that's up. That's not Ra Walker.
Ben Atkins.
Ben Atkins is up. Swing and a miss in there for strike number 1. They have no outs.
And Tyler Bourne over there on third base threatening to come in on Pannells.
All right, Ben, come on.
All right, here comes the wind up. Robbie, I'm going to turn you up just a teeny bit.
Okay.
Here comes down the pitch. That one's going to be way high. That's going to be in there for ball number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Hot day here in Blackstone, folks.
Yeah, record hot day today, hundreds of degrees. I had to put that's why you see him wavering in the camera, by the way. It's so hot it's actually causing the camera problems. That's where the issue lies.
And the wind up here is the pitch. It's going to be inside, ball number 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. This is the first game of the doubleheader, of course, tonight at 7:30. Last game of the year. Chamber will be going up against the Rotary. Rotary lost against Legion the other night, but it was a close game. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be low again. It's in there for ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. One thing is tough, Robbie, with kids these age, that in this heat.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be interesting. Got to be very careful with these kids because sometimes they don't know if they're overheating or not. Here comes down the pitch from John Thomas in. Hey, and there's strike number 2. That brings up full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
A much needed strike, might add.
See, Robbie's got all his different camera angles.
Yeah, I got a few. Not as many as I'd like.
Oh, boy. Robbie Hart over there working his magic here at Miller Field. Here comes the next pitch. And that one's going to be outside, and that's going to be ball number 4, base on balls. That loads the bases up.
Yeah, not a situation you want to be for Pannells, especially starting out this early. And my first base is not working on the computer for some reason. Players. So I say, guys, bases are loaded. I don't know why that's not lighting up on this thing today.
But don't worry, folks. Robbie will keep you up to date. Okay, bases loaded. Here comes now the pitch from John Thomas Inch. Hard hit ball. And that's going to go. They're going to try to set up the double play. He gets the guy out at second. One run will score. Well, that was a hard hit ball. And I tell you what, did a good job, the second baseman, and get the that lead runner out. Well, it's not the lead runner going to second base. The lead runner on third actually came in and scored one. But not a bad play all in all.
And frankly, to be honest with you, Pannells needs out more than they need. Pannells needs outs more than they need runs. I need to prevent runs right now.
Well, it's cooling off a little bit here in the White Elephant, but boy, oh boy, that air conditioning's working hard over there. Okay, count is 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the next pitch, swing and a miss. Now being there for Steve Reich, number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eppes Supply, really here in Blackstone, has gone undefeated this year. The only game that they lost was to Crew. Here comes now the next pitch. I believe that was to Burkeville Market, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I think so.
I remember that game. That was in Crew. That was right before that Rotary VFW game in Crew. Okay, here comes John Thomas in, winds up. Here comes the delivery. And that ball looked a little bit, must have been a little bit low and outside. Couldn't tell by my angle, of course, but anyway.
Yeah, it was way, way low. Almost run the shoes.
Well, I'll bring up 3 balls and 1 strike now. Here comes the wind-up and the pitch. And Joe Jackson, umpire, hesitates for a second and goes strike in there, and I'll bring the count to full.
Last time pitcher was in a situation, he unfortunately let him get away, so hopefully see if he does better this time.
John Thomas in now winds up, and that was going to be ball 4, and he does just that once again. Now load the bases up for Eppes Supply. Well, John Thomas in. Well, we've seen him pitch good. He's the son of Mr. Inch, Thomas Inch, which actually is the coach of the manager of Pannells. Also, he helps coach the Rotary team, which you'll see after this game. Here comes the next pitch. That one's going to be inside, and that's ball number 1.
Quarter mile lift here. Hunter Morgan's up, but unless Hunter Morgan's become a female, I doubt that.
That must be. Is that Michaela?
Must be, yeah.
All right. Here comes the windup and the pitch. And a hard hit ball. He will not get it. And Michaela gets on base, and everything is going right now for Eppes Supply. Well, nice hit by Caleb right to the pitcher. He fumbled it a little bit, and another run will score. That'll be 2-0 with 1 out. And Michaela puts a thumbs up like, hey guys, look at this, man.
I think it's maybe your only first, second hit of the year, too.
Here comes down the pitch. And that's going to be a little bit outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Couldn't quite catch the outside corner of the plate that time.
Here, John Thomas now. He's pitching for Pannells Logan. He looks around, makes sure everybody is set. Now steps back. Here comes down the pitch. Yeah, that's a nice pitch. That was right down the middle. Steve Wright, number 1. Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'm not always sure who's at bat right now.
Well, we didn't get a lineup for Pannells, and that makes it
we got Eppes. This is Eppes the bat. No, I did get a lineup for Eppes. Remember?
Oh, you did get the lineup.
It's just totally wrong.
Well, that happened to us. Oh, nice pitch, strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll just wing it like we always do.
But we do.
Matter of fact, we've gotten good at that over this season.
Yeah.
Here comes now the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike number 3, and that brings up the important second out. Eppes Supply can get out. The only 2 runs out of this inning. They've done really fairly, I mean, not Eppes Supply, but Pannells Logan, they've done a lot better.
Hunter Russell at the bat now for the Eppes Supply team.
Here comes the windup. And that was going to be in there for ball 1. You got done right up there.
I do? Oh, well, I'll change it.
You don't need to cut it. It's already right there.
So we got 1 ball and no strikes here. We're at the top of the first. Now the windup and the pitch way high. Everybody's threatening to do all sorts of things, but nothing doing. John Thomas Edge will cover home plate. Now walks back to the pitcher's mound, and that keeps everybody on base. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. 2 balls and no strike is the count. 2-0 right now. Pannells Logan trailing Eppes Supply 2-0. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and this looks awful good, and it is in there for strike number 1. So John's kind of pitching some strikes here.
Oh, he definitely needs them, man. That's one thing that's been plaguing the Pannells team all year is just their inability to really throw consistent strikes.
Here it comes down the next pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, that was awful close, though. Maybe a little bit outside. And now bring up, and the runner will come in, and he is safe. Everybody will advance. And now it's 3-0 in favor of Eppes Supply.
And another runner may come in.
And another runner. Boy, I turned my back for a second. And they're not going to get her either. That'll make it 4-0. Well, McCaleb, the only girl in the league, she's on third base. Pretty lonely out there because all the bases are now empty except for third.
Yep. As I said, just not going the way that Pannell would like, that's for sure.
Well, when you get a bunch of people on base, all it takes is a couple of errors or something, and all of a sudden they'll run that scoreboard up quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yep.
Okay, John Thomas in. Pitches way high.
And that walks him.
And that will be another walk. That's in there for ball 4, of course, base on balls.
All right, Nick, watch the ball all the way now. Nothing bad. If it's in there, you hit it.
And this is Nick Worley.
Nick
Yep,
Worley.
Nick Worley.
On deck, Derek.
Yeah, Eppes Supply has enjoyed not only good hitting and good base running, but just great, outstanding pitching as well. John Thomas in, winds up. Runner will hit on down to second base. That first one goes in there for strike number 1. No balls in, 1 strike. The shadows that are sort of coming over here at Miller Field, but it's still pretty warm out there. It's probably about 95. John Thomas in, winds up. He pitches the ball. Foul back, out of play. That'll be in there for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Last game for these both of these teams as well as we wind down the season here at Miller Field. 2011 season, Dixie Youth. That one's going to be high, and that's going to be in there for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kind of been a strange season to say the least.
A lot of rain delays this year.
Rain delays, blowouts, not a lot of close games.
Yeah,
No.
and a lot of slaughter rules.
Here comes now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire to side. 1 left on base. He had 2 errors and 4 runs scored. So as we go to the bottom of the first, it's 4-0 in favor of Eppes Supply. We shall be right back right after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
All right, back here at Miller Field in Blackstone, Virginia. It's 4-0 in favor of Eppes Supply. Tyler White will be pitching for Eppes Supply.
In Major League.
I don't know, as far as the lineup goes, Robbie, we're going to be kind of winging that one too. Yeah, we'll do our best. Okay, Jeremiah Morgan should be up first. And now, Tyler White in the stretch position. He'll be ready to go. Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be, looks like outside, ball one. One ball and no strikes now to Jeremiah Morgan. Eppes Supply leading 4-0, excuse me.
Ooh,
inside, almost hit the runner, and that's 2 balls and no strikes. White winds up now, pitch, swing and a miss. I'll be in there for strike number 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, everybody pretty much winds up today. Closing ceremonies will be 12 o'clock Saturday. Oh,
Maybe.
That was way low, too. Ball number 3.
I'm hearing a lot of rumblings of thunderstorms going to be coming on Saturday, so I'd be surprised they have the game then.
Well, I didn't think there is a game.
I have the closing ceremonies then.
Well, I'll be interested to see how they handle that. Remember they did it one time. We all got underneath the concession stand underneath there, and they had a quick closeout. All right. Here comes the windup. 3 balls and 1 strike, foul back, and that brings the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And already in this 95-degree heat, we already got a full count, and Tyler has to throw a lot of pitches.
Yep.
Here comes now the pitch. It is swing and a miss, strike number 3, and he'd be out of there.
Hey, Tyler.
So Tyler does really good. Comes in with that just a straight fastball down the middle and a swing and a miss.
I believe Rara Walk come to bat now for the Pannells team.
Well, Rara Walker, this one's going to be foul, and almost caught by the first baseman. And it was close. He almost had that one. No, Rara Walker, you got to go back. Fouling out of play, so.
I would have been nice to get that one had I actually had a cowboy operator.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now you get another chance at it. Come on, be ready. All right, come on.
No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Okay, Tyler White looks. Now winds up. Here goes the pitch. Hard hit ball. And this one will go right to the left fielder. And Rara Walker gets a nice
Nice little single there.
Yeah, single there. Well, that's going to bring up Ray Dotson. Ray Sean can hit the ball good if he can get the B on the ball here. So with 1 out, we got a runner on first base. Here comes down the pitch. And this one's going to be a foul back, and it actually fouled it back in on himself.
Kind of fell straight down that time.
Yep. And I'll be in there for strike number 1.
Michaela, be
1
ready.
ball and, no balls and 1 strike. Here comes the next pitch. Hard hit ball. This one's going to go into the third base. He throws it to second. He slides in there in a cloud of dust, and he is safe. Wow.
2 base hits right in a row there. I really don't want to see a high-scoring game. I got to be honest with you. High-scoring games are long games. You know that, right?
Yeah, they are. Well, they got 1 out. Runners on first and second, though.
All right, y'all be ready.
So now Pannells is trying to threaten, trying to score a little bit. All right.
Go.
John Thomas in. There's going to double steal.
Uh-oh, a little bit confusing.
And
Uh-oh.
there's going to be an interesting. They're going to just throw it back to the
Ooh,
Tyler
got
White,
caught
but
that time.
almost got messed up by a little bit over-aggressive there.
Yeah.
Good job.
Anyway, no balls in 1 strike now.
All right, y'all get up.
John Thomas Inge is up. Here comes now the next pitch. Hard hit ball. Boy, that's going to go into right field. Right fielder will pick it up and throw it in. Runners will actually advance. 1 run will score. And now runners on first and third. Nice hit by John Thomas Inge. And kind of works the man around, and that cuts the lead to only 3 for Eppes
All
Supply.
right, play at second.
So here comes Ryan Harvey. Pitch will be on deck. Tyler White in the stretch position now, looks back now, lines up. Here comes the throw. This one's going to be a little bit low. John Thomas in, and here comes Ray Johnson. This is going to be close. He did not tag him. He is safe. John Thomas in will make it to second base. And already the lead is cut to 2, Robbie, and that's Pannells has kind of come out hitting the ball.
Ryan Harvey on deck, Ryan Pannells.
Nothing wrong with the way Tyler White is pitching. It's just that Pannells is just getting to bat on the ball right now. Runner on second base. 1 out. Here comes now the pitch way high. Ball number 1.
Ball 2.
Is it ball 2?
I think so, yeah.
Watch him on second.
John Thomas Inge will take a big lead. Kind of taunting Tyler White a little bit. Now goes back to second base.
So I call a timeout here.
And a timeout is called. And this is a little bit unusual for the old man.
Yeah, he's always has had pretty good success, so this is kind of an odd position for him to be in.
Say what? What do you think?
But not a whole lot you can really say, because it's obvious they just hitting the ball. Tyler's pitching the ball right down the middle when he needs to. Throwing the ball with some decent speed. Unfortunately,
Come on,
on
guys.
the Pannells
do it.
side, they just been hitting the
Whatever
ball.
you say, do it.
So actually, Pannells kind of closed the gap a little bit. Brings it within 2 runs. And Ryan Harvey is representing the tying run, which he is up to bat right now. John Thomas Inge is on second base. Here comes Tyler White for Eppes Supply. Now looks into the stretch position. Now winds up into pitching the ball. Swing and a miss in there for strike number 2. Or is that strike number 1?
That's strike 1, I think.
Okay. Well, it's 2 balls and at least 1 strike. Here comes now the pitch. Wind up delivery way outside. That's going to be in there for ball 3. 3-1 now comes the count.
little mistake
1 out.
They got him in a pickle.
And they're going to try to run. And now he's going to work him around. And it's going to be a close
No,
one.
it
He's
won't.
going to
It's a
slide
dead ball.
in. It's a dead ball
Because
because
when
it
he
went
does
in. He's going to get the advanced base anyway. John Thomas Inge will score. And that cuts the run to only 1 run. Cuts the score. It is now 4-3 in favor of Eppes Supply. So everybody that did make it on base has made it in. Harvey is still up with a 2 balls and 1 strike, or 3 balls and 1 strike. Here comes down the pitch, and that one's going to be low, and Harvey is going to be Ryan. Ryan Pettis usually plays second base. All right, here comes Tyler White, winds up with a pitch, and this one's going to be foul back.
That's the way to get on the bat.
It's going to be in there for Steve Reich, number 1.
All right, come on. Come on, Tyler.
Cooling off a little bit here in the White Elephant.
Hey, we need a bigger AC in this place.
Oh, I know it.
Like a 20,000 BTU unit or something. We can get this place like icicles.
Here comes the next pitch. Brian Pettis will foul that one back again. That's been there for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. That one was a little bit high. Brian should have never really gone after that one.
I baited into him, so he went for it.
Tyler Lux been actually operating from the stretch position all game long. Now closes his feet, delivers the ball in there, and that'll be in there for Steve Reich, number 3. Nice pitch.
All right, good pitch.
That brings up Dale Bingham, I believe.
Left fielder for Pannells.
And back. Dale Bingham.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice to keep these lineups in.
On deck is
That's
Daniel
the line.
Fitzgerald.
Here comes down the windup and the pitch. In there, strike number 1.
Looks like that Harvey's now starting to get starting to get in his rhythm, trying to throw strikes now. Whatever the coach told him there seemed to have worked.
Throw 2 more just like it.
No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the next
There
pitch.
you go.
And that's in there for strike number 2.
Fifth strike in a row there for Tyler White.
Ryan Harvey on first base for Pannells. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. He was way off balance on that one.
That's it, strike.
And that thought that was strike 3, isn't it?
I thought it was 2, but I guess I'd be wrong.
Yeah, it must have been a foul tip, but I didn't see the foul tip, but that's okay. It's just a game. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes down the pitch, and that one's going to be, I did see that one foul back. That's in there for foul. And the count still no balls and 2 strikes.
You know how hard it is to undo a last out of the inning? It's last strike of the inning if it's wrong. Role play on his computer. There we go.
4-3. Close game. Here comes down the pitch. Here comes the pitch. And there's strike number 3. That was in the side. So, as we go to the top of the second, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a ball game on our hands. It's 4-3 in favor of Eppes Supply over Pannells Logan. We shall be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Don't settle for less than the best. Call Debbie's Doodles today for your beautiful professional business cards, church and business stationery, church bulletin signs, and much, much more. And if you need a design and not quite sure what you want, have a sit-down consult with Debbie and she'll fix you right up with just the right one for your business, church, or organization. Be blessed with the best, giving God the glory for it all. Debbie's Doodles, located at 501 Brunswick Avenue in Blackstone. For more information, call 434-292-3378.
Exciting Dixie U baseball here at Miller Field as we go to the top of the second. Close game. It's 4-3 in favor of Eppes Supply going up against Pannells Logging.
I found the problem with this thing. It's only the music from the computer that I can only hear in the right channel. Not the everything else is fine. I think you got a problem, bud.
I don't know what about that. It don't matter. As long as it comes out okay, as long as you can hear me okay, we're good.
I do feed the mono in the final computer, so that solves that little issue.
Well, I'm feeding mono out of the board, too. All our great, fabulous Southside Sports Network equipment.
We looked at stereo.
Actually, made quite a bit of we've made a lot of improvements here in the White Elephants last year.
Troubleshooting some issues though, but yeah.
But every time we make the improvements, we always come out with another advancement, which we always have to work out.
Story of our life. This brings up, I don't know, William Foster maybe?
Lord, I don't know.
Maybe not. Could be Craig Derrick.
Anyway, it's going to be ball high in there for ball one.
Looks like the old having trouble in the strike zone is just plaguing poor Pannells even now.
And we do have a new pitcher in there.
We do?
Looks like Ray Dodson. And that one's going to be foul back in there for strike number one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to get my microphone here adjusted up a little bit. There we go. And a swing and a miss, strike number 2.
Good swing now. You watch your ball.
1 ball and 2 strikes. If it was somehow another Pannells catch up and win, it'll be the first time that Eppes Supply's had a loss. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. Nice pitch by Dodson.
Maybe we'll sell DVD.
That one, Foster. That's Tyler Warren.
Well, maybe pigs will fly too. Who knows?
I can't tell.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Okay, 1 out. Here comes the next pitch. And all of a sudden, Dodson didn't even let go of that ball because nobody was ready.
Nope. Wait up, you know.
Here comes down the pitch. And that's in there for strike number 1. Or actually, strike 1 or strike 2?
Strike 1 on my thing.
Man, y'all are fast on those fingers.
Just like you stand above my glove. Come on.
All right, here comes the next pitch. That's going to be outside. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Well, our next stop will be on the 8th, ladies and gentlemen, with the White Elephant. We'll be heading to Neblick Field and Lunenburg.
Except the problem is it's not Neblick Field we're going to.
I think it was something like Lyndhurst or Lyndhurst, something like that. But it's the same field there. Pretty much,
right
just
next
one
to it.
right next to it. So we're going to call it Neblick until we say for sure. Oh, that one's going to be in there for ball 2. 2 and 2 is the count.
I just tell them Lunenburg.
But we're going to be in Lunenburg for the Major League Tournament.
Yeah, just outside Victoria there. A few miles outside.
Here comes the windup and the pitch. That's going to be low in there for ball 3. That brings up full count. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Pannell's been 0 for 2 so far in full counts today.
Dodson winds up. This one looks pretty.
Not that one, though.
No, not quite. Not pretty enough, though. It's in there. Joe Jackson calls out a ball. That'll be ball number 4.
I believe that brings him.
Come on,
The runner will go to first. No, he called it a strike.
Okay. Who's bat now, though?
Good question. I have no idea. I just noticed 2 outs. It looked good. Here comes down the pitch. Another one swinging and a miss. And hey, Dodson is coming out swinging pretty good. Pitching pretty good here.
Yeah.
No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. 4-3 is the score here at the top of the 2nd inning.
Yeah, Pannells can get out of here with nothing scored. They'd be quite an accomplishment there.
That ball is going to be a little bit low. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Dodson now looks. Winds up. Here comes down the pitch way inside. And he had to kind of dive out of the way on that one. That was a little bit close, and that will be in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
But the kids in the outfield are happy right now with the shade coming over them. Unlike the infielders are still kind of burning out there.
I think anywhere you can get a shade today, you're happy. Here comes a hard hit ball, and that goes to the right field and gets right past. This one's going to go all the way to the fence. Tyler Bourne will round second base, now going to third base. And are they going to send him home? No, they're not. But a nice stand-up double by Tyler Bourne. And you'll definitely see him in the All-Stars this year.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Watch the bow.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Tyler has been a consistent player all week long, or all year long, rather, here in the minor leagues. Runner on third base. There's two outs. Here comes out a pitch, and that's going to be in there for ball one. Ray Dotson has got to just make sure that he keeps his composure right now, and do not
strikes. You got to let your infield handle the rest sometimes.
Let him get this last out. Here comes now the pitch. Throw strikes, and that is way outside. That's going to be in there for ball. Two balls and no strikes. Dotson looks, winds up, pitches, swing, and a miss. That'll be strike number one. The shadows are getting a lot longer here at Miller Field.
That's right.
So we got 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind up from Ray Dotson, pitches.
Another ball.
That one's going to be low again. Ball number 3.
This is not what you want to do, Pannells. You're throwing nice run, throw a lot of pitches. Even if you get the guy out, you still kind of work your belt to do it.
Anytime you need to get 2 more strikes, this is it to keep Eppes Supply from putting any more runs on that board. Here comes down, and that one is going to be ball number 4. And Joe Jackson will say walk, go ahead and get on first base. That brings up another batter.
Ben Atkins to bat now.
Tyler White.
Tyler White right behind him.
All right, come on, Benjamin.
Well, Tyler White can smack the ball. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, at this point, I would almost walk him.
Watch it all the way, man.
Well, you can't, especially if you get it down on base.
Here comes out a pitch. Hard hit ball. And, oh, they're not going to get him. They are not going to get him. No, 1 run will score.
Come on, Tyler.
And that is going to bring in a run. That's 5-3 now. It's runners on first and second right now for Eppes Supply.
And its last out has just been painfully hard for Pannells right now. Here comes Tyler White at the bat.
Yeah, Tyler White hit that one to the second baseman, but wasn't able to. It was just a kind of roll around in the dirt. Wasn't a hard hit. That next pitch is going to be in there for ball 4. Wild pitch, actually. It was more of a roly-poly, and Tyler was just able to beat it out.
Yep.
You got 2. You score 2.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 5-3 now with an Eppes Supply lead. Ray Dotson needs to go ahead and pitch one down there and get this last out.
Yep.
He winds up. Here comes the delivery, and it is going to be low. That's going to be in there for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
And that's not the way you want to do it. That's for sure.
Outfielders, Pannells not doing much except looking at the dandelions. Picking one up once in a while. Taking a beat, it's on one, but that's about it. Swing and a miss. Nice throw by Dotson. A little bit low, but he went for it. That's going to be in there for strike number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ray Dotson pitching this inning for Pannells, and that one's going to be in there, and the runner is going to threaten to come in. Now he runs back. That's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike is now the count. This is the first of our doubleheader today. Actually, these are our last games today. This is Eppes Supply Pannells, and then, of course, after this, Rotary in the Chamber. Time this season. Dotson now for Pannells. Winds up. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be low. Ball number 4, and that loads the bases
back up again. Again, not what you want to do when you're Pannells.
Dotson was looking so good at the beginning of this inning.
Yeah, it's kind of lost.
Maybe it's just a heat or something, and it kind of tapered off.
Get a good hit.
You got to throw strikes.
Yep.
Here comes down the windup and the pitch way high. Ball number one. 1 ball and no strikes. I think the Eppes Supplies coaches are kind of happy to see this. The way Pannells were coming back, wow.
They're worried them a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to worry them a little bit. The wind up, here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be one of those good eyes. Ball number 2, 2 balls and no strikes.
All right, hold your shoulder. Don't throw it down. Hold it in your hand. Hold it in your hand. You can put it back in your mouth in a minute.
So it's got to be to the catcher to the glove. To pitcher to the glove of the catcher. And that's what Ray Dodson needs to do. Just throw strikes at this point. Here comes down the pitch. And that one does. Striking number 1, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That was better.
You at least get that first strike on him. At least that gets the batter not just sitting there taking the ball and taking pitches after pitch.
Yeah, that's what you got to worry about. Is just start sitting there waiting on you.
3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the next pitch. High ball number 3. And with bases loaded, very serious about walking a runner in at this point.
Yeah. Again, not what you want to do.
Dodson needs to come up with 2 quick strikes right here to save the day if he's going to do it. Now is the time. He looks, winds up. Here comes out a pitch. And that was way outside. Nothing doing there. And that'd be a base on balls. Moves everybody around 1. And now that brings it up to 6-3.
All right, come on, Michaela.
Kale up the bat now for the Eppes Supply team.
Yeah, and she singled the last time she was up.
Yep.
Hey, Kayla, get the sunflower seeds.
Up to bat for Kalen Alves. On deck, Hunter Morgan.
Ray Dawson pitching for Pannells. John Thomas Inns actually started, but they switched to him. Swing and a miss from Michaela. Here comes the runner in. No problem. Everybody will advance. So runners now on 2nd and 3rd, and that brings it up 7-3.
Like I said, Pannells watch his game slowly get out of hand.
Well, one thing, too many walks, and then all of a sudden 1 big hit, and that busts the game wide open.
Well, this night, not so much 1 big hit, it's just been, walk, steal, walk, steal.
Yeah, that's true, too. Which that can be just as bad, as we all can see. Here comes the next pitch. That's way outside. That's in there for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Michaela comes up now to the plate. Big old green and silver back she's got. It's almost as big as she is. Anyway, she waves it up in the air. Got a nice, good stance. Ray Dodson now winds up. Here comes out a pitch. Ooh. That one's going to be high. She had it done. Here comes the runner in. They might get him.
They got him.
And they did. And that's going to be the 3rd and final out. But not until they score a whole bunch. So it's 7-3 right now. 2 runs left on base. 7-3 in favor of Eppes Supply. We will be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
To create, make more friends and express their individuality. When creatively. Learn to play some music, act or paint or dance or write creatively.
Hot from the toaster and filled with the essential creative thinking skills of an 18th century musical genius, Mozart Toasties are an important part of an arts-healthy childhood. Studies show that involvement in the arts helps kids increase test scores and promotes academic achievement. Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org. The arts. Ask for more. Brought to you by Americans for the Arts, the NAM Foundation, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back here at Miller Field as we go to the bottom of the second. It is 7-3.
And the excitement is so thick you can cut it with a knife.
Well, here's a little pitching change. Tyler Borm is coming in, and he will be pitching for Eppes Supply. So I wonder what prompted this change.
7-3.
You think so, huh?
I don't know. Maybe they're just giving everyone a chance to pitch a little bit since it's the last game of the year. That's what I'd have to guess if I had to take a guess.
Yeah. Oh, you've had her. You done opened up Randy West pitching playbook. Oh, Lord. I couldn't help it. I had to say that. All right, here comes a pitch from Tyler Bourne. That was going to be in there. Drops in there for strike number one. No balls and one strike. Okay. Tyler Bourne winds up. Here comes the next pitch. It's inside and high. And that's in there for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. They'll probably want to get Tyler in there trying to pitch a little bit before All-Star. This is what he's trying to do. That one's going to be way low. Ball number 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Really, not a big deal for Eppes Supply.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Even if they were to lose this game.
Even they lost it. They ain't lost except
the perfect season thing. That's all I can. Actually, not even perfect season. They lost it true. So, really, again, it's like, what does it matter? It's bragging rights at this point.
Here comes out the pitch. And that's in there for strike number 2. And Tyler Bourne has got 2 balls and 2 strikes to his batters. I think this is Nick Pannells this up.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I have Antonio Fitzgerald, but...
Well, that might be.
That's not Nick Pannells.
That's also...
Unless Nick has changed ethnicity.
Gee whiz. Yeah.
I have Antonio Fitzgerald, who I have.
Pay attention.
All right, well, we'll see. Anyway, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 7-3 in favor of Eppes Supply. Here comes down a pitch way high. In fact, he had to do the old arch back to get out of the way of that ball. And runner will be on. Alec Perkison is up.
I
think so. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss in there for strike number 1.
It's kind of in flux, so to speak.
Always is on these games. Here comes down the wind up and the pitch, swing and a miss in there for strike number 2. And that brings up no balls and 2 strikes.
Now you get to the pitcher, buddy.
Well, the shadows are starting to move towards the old pitcher's mound, Robbie. Here at Miller Field, because it's been a hot day here in Blackstone. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and miss, strike number 3. Nice job by Tyler Barr. But it is hot out there.
Yeah, it's definitely been a hot day today.
We can actually feel, since the sun's been off the white elephant, things
cool down,
it's cooling down
quite
a bit. Big difference.
We just need a big umbrella on top of the entire white elephant. What do you think? Solve all of our problems.
Okay, that one went down in there for ball number 1.
Close, though.
Now 7-3, you can afford to take a chance and throw in the mouth. Here comes the next pitch. Oh, nice pitch by Tyler Barham. Hey, man. That brings it up. 1-1 is the count. Tyler Barham looks over towards first base once again. Winds up, delivery, swing and a miss. Good pitch in there. Someone yell, good pitch. And that's going to be strike number 2.
A little bit of rustle down there as a pitcher threads to throw to first. And a lot of that going back and forth so far today.
Wind up. Here comes delivery and the pitch. Strike. Ooh, I thought that was going to be strike, but it was close.
Outside.
Bobby has a very good view of the camera. See if it's inside or outside.
Especially for lefty-handers, lefties.
2-2 is the count. Here comes now the pitch.
That's
and swing and a miss. And that'll be the third and final strike. That'll be out number 2. Runner on first base, though, but they got 2 outs. Here at the bottom of the second, here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball to the third baseman. He gets it, and he just kind of holds it and looks around. Oh, and he overthrows the pitcher. The third baseman overthrew the pitcher, but he was able to recover.
It's almost tragic there if it would got past him. That would have been another couple runs around.
Hey, tag it back next time. Hey, Nick,
but
come to you this time to tag it back, all right?
Doesn't mean a whole lot, though. It just puts the runner on first base.
Yep.
First and runner on first and second, but they got an important 2 outs.
Yep.
Wind up now. Here comes the Eppes supply. Tyler Bourne pitching. Pig number 23 pitches way high. Ball 1.
Play that first.
Had a little freeze up in our video there, but that was the ball.
Oh, please don't stop.
Oh, it just froze up for a second. We have that every now and then. That's because of the way it records.
Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be outside for ball number 2.
That was close, though.
It almost dropped in there. Very, very close. 2 balls and no strikes. Kind of working Tyler Bourne a little bit. Here comes now the next pitch. And a hard hit ball, base hit into right field. And they're going to send the runner in. He will score. Tyler Bourne's going to go to second, and he's going to try his third base, and he's going to get him out. And that's going to be third and final out. 1 run will score, and that'll make it right now 4-7, I believe. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May, whether you need tax. $9.5.
Don't settle for less than the best. Call Debbie's Doodles today for your beautiful professional business cards, church and business stationery, church bulletin signs, and much, much more. And if you need a design and not quite sure what you want, have a sit-down consult with Debbie and she'll fix you right up with just the right one for your business, church, or organization. Be blessed with the best, giving God the glory for it all. Debbie's Doodles, located at 501 Brunswick Avenue in Blackstone. For more information, call 434-292-3378.
Back here at Miller Field, I'm John Hart, along with Robert Hart, doing the color commentary and also doing all the stuff on the cameras. Doing a good job over there.
Yeah, it's hard to find good help these days.
I knew that was coming. Anyway, oh boy. It's 6-4 right now in favor of Eppes Supply. And now we got Pannells Logan actually got 1 run back. But didn't get quite the rally going. But They got the 5th inning up there, and that inning went awful bad. Those 2 innings went bad. No, we actually
No doubt about that, yeah. Just went all the way bad. No doubt about that at all.
Well, here's an interesting deal. We have a new pitch for Eppes Supply.
I lost track.
I mean, for Pannells Log. Number 2. Who's number 2?
Now number 2. I don't have their numbers. They don't play nice with numbers. Harrison or Ben Inge, or Harrison Inge rather.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, they're number 1, number 4. I had no idea.
I don't know either. Well,
he gets put Mr. Unknown, as I call him.
All right, so Mr. Unknown's on the mound. Got to understand, people, as we get, towards the end of the season. Like I said, this last game, one of the things that they're trying to do is look at some other pitchers as they do the final thing to select for All-Stars. All-Stars will be announced day after tomorrow, Saturday, at 12 o'clock is closing ceremonies. Here comes now the next pitch. And that one's going to be in there for ball 1, and that was way, way short. Here comes Harrison now. Winds up. Pitches. Swing and a miss.
Ooh,
in there for strike 1. And he bit at that one. That one was way high.
Yeah, Malik Jones should have never swung at that one. That was way over her head.
So what ball, 1 strike is now the count. Now winds up. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be foul back. Everybody's going to be running for it. Don't get it quite. That's going to be foul ball. That's in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I don't recognize number 2 here. That's a new one.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. Here comes now the pitch. And that one did not fall in there. That's going to be in there. Ball number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 and 2 is the count.
No.
So Mikhail needs to protect the plate here. Harris now looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch.
Ooh, way outside.
And that one's way outside. Full count.
Tough situation to be in here.
Well, you don't want to start walking a bunch of... You're only 2 runs down.
It's not that far.
Well, I'd say 3 runs. I'm
3,
sorry.
yeah.
All right, here comes now the wind up. The pitch.
Way
short.
Put runner on first.
Yep.
See, my handy dandy first base insert works here. Look at that. See? Showed right up.
All right.
Into the season, we're experimenting with different views on our camera. Some stuff we'll try on All-Stars.
Here comes now the pitch. Way high, and it's going to be in there for ball 1. So the kid will take about a 5, maybe 6 foot. Now it comes all the way back.
Yeah, but the...
Here comes Harrison, now winds up. Here comes the pitch, swing, and a miss in there for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chamber and Rotary coming up following this game. So folks, keep your internet tuned here. Here comes the next pitch.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
And there goes Caleb down to second base.
No, he got hit in the waist.
Did he get hit in the thigh? He sure did. That's going to be a base on a hit. Ball, what do you call it?
Hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch.
Yep.
Yep.
Abbreviates as HBP in the book.
So that puts runner on first and second, no outs. Here comes the next pitch, way high, ball 1. And a crowd starting to form here at Miller Field. Not only the lingering crowd for this game, but the crowd showing up for the next game to follow. Here comes now the pitch. That one gets by everybody. McCallum is going to steal third. Harrison will come down to first base. Second base, excuse me. And that takes away the force anyway. And everything right now is kind of going Eppes Supply's ways. Wind up now. This one's going to be a bunt and a foul back. Let's call it a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. If you hear the dinging noise, that's the chamber warming up back there, their batters. 2-1 now is the count. Here it comes down, the windup, the pitch. And this one's going to be a nice bunt. They're going to try. Nope. He checks. The third baseman wisely checked the runner at third, but then turned around and couldn't make the play at first. So now bases are loaded with no outs.
Nick Worley coming to bat now for the Eppes Fly team.
Yeah, and he's looking with no out, bases loaded, and he's got a 7-4 lead.
Yeah, that's the way you want to be, I guess.
Well, it couldn't go any better. So everybody's trying to take a quick time out. And it's hot out there. You can tell by the way that, of course, the sun is no longer really beaming down, and the shadows are starting to come across Miller Field here in Blackstone, Virginia.
Still 89, 90 degrees out there, though.
Yes, it is. Here comes now to wind up the pitch high, and that's going to be in there for a ball. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. 7-4. Eppes Supply leading Pannells Logging in this minor league game. We're here in the third inning. Here comes the next pitch. That one's going to drop right in front of the plate. That's in there for ball number 2. I do not know if the pitchers for Pannells are just out of innings, or do they just want to see some other pitchers pitch?
At this point, they can go either way.
Either way, 2 balls and no strikes, swing and a miss. That's in there for strike number 1.
Nick basically gave him that one. That was way high as well.
And delivered that one with some flowers. That was a great gift. 2 balls and 1 strike now is the count. Runners are on full. First, second, and third. Here comes down a pitch way high. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wow. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be ball number 4, and that walks 1 in. That's 8-4. To get the 10-run rule, they're going to have to go all the way to 14 runs.
Well, with bases loaded, that doesn't take too long. A good hit comes in. I think this is Derek Craig at the bat, I believe.
They only 6 runs off, though.
Yeah, and they're going to have a talk and a change, I think.
Tom Inge is going to come out. He might end up. Well, let's see what he does do. Like I said,
Tom is saying, "Well, who wants to pitch? I don't know. Who hasn't pitched this year?"
Well, folks, like I said before, these are the last games. After Chamber and Rotary Square is off tonight, then closing ceremonies will be at 12 o'clock right here at Miller Field, assuming that the rain doesn't mess up. It does call for rain.
A lot of rain. Thunderstorms, rain, lightning,
death flying
from the sky, whatever, you know. There may be airplanes laying in the middle field. We just don't know. And we will see the pitcher stay in.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, they're just
having a little talk in the middle of the field there. I guess they're going to...
Yeah, everybody... Let's see, everybody's kind of congregated around the pitcher's mound. 8-4 here in the third inning. Okay, I think we're going to resume play.
That'd be good.
Nope, not good. There's no batter yet. Here comes the batter finally come up.
Yeah, we might have a batter somewhere. I'm sure we can find one somewhere in this place.
And the runner, center fielder now is going out there for Pannells Logging.
Up to bat, Derek Craig. On deck, William Foster.
So we will resume. Bases loaded. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. And there for strike number 1.
I gotta say, bases loaded with no outs and seven runs isn't that far away.
Oh no. No balls and 1 strike now. Wind up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's in there for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. So who knows? Maybe that
umpire just called the time here. Oh, we have a runner on first base with a...
So no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes now the pitch. That's going to be way high. Strike, swing and a miss, strike number 3. That'll be out number 1.
The first out finally came to the pitcher here. This brings up, I think it's a William Foster, but I could be wrong.
Got to hand it to Eppes Supply this year. Tyler White, Tyler Bourne, pitching. They've been really, really good this year. That was going to be inside ball 1. But they have basically dominated this year. Like I said, in the Burkeville Market. Here comes the next pitch, way high, ball number 2. Well, we got some clouds building up, I would say, to the maybe to the southeast.
They're putting some rain. I don't think anyone would mind that right now. Except for my outfield camera, because I don't have a cover on it. But that's
but we don't need another game. We can just get past this one last game.
Strike.
Oh, that was in there. Strike 1.
Kind of fell in there.
Nice pitch. I think everybody's ready to end the season, but they want to end it on a good note. All right, here comes the windup in the pitch. That's in there for strike number 2. That brings a count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You never gonna hit it. You don't swing. You gotta stay in there.
So the 2-2 count.
Come on, you do it.
Wind up. Here comes the pitch, and that one is sky high.
Well, close too. He's brought his bat around, even though it was in the thing. The umpire could have called that a strike rightfully, by the way.
Well, I'll bring the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out.
Full count again.
So here comes the
walk,
wind up.
Brings a run in.
Here comes the pitch, way high, ball number 4.
Walk.
And that will make it 9-4.
Now it's only 5 runs away from.
And they're going to call timeout.
Yeah, they probably almost have to.
We might see another pitching change here.
So who wants a pitch? That's what Tom's asking right now.
Yeah,
everybody,
everybody put the potatoes in. Meeny, meeny, miny, mo, you know.
Okay, everyone who hasn't pitched today, put your hands in the circle here, okay? That's a... Yeah, they'll give you a shot here, bud.
I don't think he wants to come out, though.
No,
I don't think he wants to come out.
He's probably, first time he's been allowed to pitch this year, he probably doesn't want to come out. You can tell he's like,
number 10, whoever that is.
Number 2 ain't happy, I know that much.
All right, we're going to be, while they warm up, we're going to pause for a few moments, and we'll be right back, right here on the Southside Sports Network.
What does your world sound like? That's geography, the music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Well, back here at Miller Field, new pitcher and a new batter. With one out, they got Tyler Bourne coming up with bases loaded. That supplies leading 9-4 in this
Do you
game.
realize we're only in the top of the third inning, too? This is the game that won't end.
Here comes now the pitch. That one's going to go sky high, ball number one. Well,
we get a lot of walks in high-scoring games, especially off of walks. These games do go long, so we kind of expect that once you look at the score.
looked like it was going to be pretty
close there for a while.
Close first, second inning. Then everybody started running out of gas. Well, they took him out. It's in their ball, too. Those clouds to the southeast starting to move a little bit closer, Robbie.
Yeah, I think they need shade. Maybe he'll bring a little bit of shade to the place. Who knows?
Here comes now the wind-up, the pitch. Hard hit ball to the center field. He will not catch it. And here we go. Everybody's going to be running around. Uh-oh, got a problem Mike on third base. He's going to hold up at third. 2 runs will score, and that's going to make it 11.
Oh, nope. Here comes the third run. So we'll mess up on the on third base.
All right, good job.
They'll make it 13 now out of 14.
That's right, Zach.
I think they're going to. Are they going to call it quits now after 6 innings?
No.
6 runs?
It's not 6. It's not 6 runs. It's 5.
Yeah, we got one more then.
Yep.
12 to 4. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And there goes Tyler Bourne. Will scoot on down to third base. Slides in there. So with 1 out, he's ready to get scoring position. They bring him in, and they probably will change. Try to move this game along a little bit.
Yeah, and Pannells like, just can't get the break.
Wind up. Here comes now the pitch. Ooh, in there is strike number 1. 1 ball. Actually, no balls and 2 strikes. Cumulus nimbus clouds out there to the southeast, heading this way. May go a little bit, maybe to the east, but if it keeps on coming, it might hit us.
There's no rain signal. It's just cloud storm. No, I don't see them rain off them.
Here comes a pitch. That one's going to be way low. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And runner there on third threads to come in, but the catcher is pretty quick there, so that one's not. He's not even tempted this time.
One thing for sure is at least you don't have any sun beaming down onto the field, so it's cooling off just a little bit.
There's that.
Here at Miller Field. Here comes the wind-up and the pitch. And that was going to be a little bit inside. Brings up another ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count was 1 out. Tyler Bourne wants to get in so bad he could taste it. They will switch sides. Here comes now the wind-up and the pitch. And that one's going to be inside. Tyler is going to threaten to come in. He'll take about maybe a third base. Pannells outfielders playing pretty shallow. Infield is pitching playing about normal. Here comes down the pitch. And this one goes to the, gets through the pitch.
Man.
1 run's going to score easily. And
run's going to second.
Yep, runner will go down to second, but they're going to probably switch sides here.
Yeah.
Are they? Is that going to be the game, or?
No, that's just 6. It's only by 9. Let's see, call on time.
Good question. See what they're going to do. I know they're going to at least switch.
Yes.
And the way they're doing, I think they're going to. I think they're going to play. I think they're going to keep playing until at least the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, we will be right back right after these messages from accounting surgeons. Don't go away.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the Accounting Surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The Accounting Surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Well, back here at Miller Field, and a few clouds have moved in and created.
Hey, I got my stereo signal now. Look at that. Well, we did change it.
Didn't do anything.
I think you hit a button, dude.
Fixed itself.
Uh-huh.
Telling you, man, didn't hit anything. Oh, well.
That's not a good thing. You know that, right? If it's fixing itself, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay.
13-4. A pretty disastrous inning for Pannells there. 6 runs scored there. Though it's still not the required 10-run rule that they need to end it before the 4th, so they're going to go and continue.
It's the first game of our doubleheader. Rotary and Chamber is going to be coming up their last game of the season. It's going to be coming up. Rotary is pretty much clinched first place this year. But everybody's trying to make sure that they are trying to do one more ditch for our selection of All-Stars.
Yep.
As they make final selections of All-Stars, they got to have them by.
Poor RD up there in the stands. It looked like he's dying in a sea of blue up there.
Oh, yeah.
All the whole Rotary team over there around him. He's just the only Chamber person.
All right, Dodds. All right, Ray Dodson is up. And now they got a no pitch. Joe Jackson, man, bailed out the other night. Harvey was behind the plate, but Joe Jackson said, man, with Thomas Parrish and Matt Hart going at it from both ends, he didn't want to be behind the plate.
He said to go someplace else. He sent the other guy, huh?
Here comes now the pitch, and that one's going to be way inside.
That's not how you start the game.
And it hit old Dodson. Dodson now just kind of slowly walks in a very carefree manner to first base. He didn't know what he wanted to do. Shoot. He wanted to hit the ball. He wanted to go back and hit. He didn't want to walk. No way. All right. No outs. Runner on first base. Here comes now the pitch. That one's going to be way inside. It almost hit him. And Dodson will go down to second base.
Up to bat, John Thomas in on deck.
John Thomas in is up. Dodson is on second base. Here comes the pitch, the windup, the swing, and it kind of bounced. I think that was a foul. Looks like it kind of bounced off the plate back out at him. Either way, that's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count.
I've lost my controls here.
Come on, Benjamin.
1-1 now is the count. Here we are in the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd to be exact. The windup in the pitch and delivery. That's going to be in there for ball, and Dodson will run down to third base. So with no outs. And he's just taunting the pitcher a whole lot. Says, welcome to the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, I lost control of my my scorebook here.
Oh boy, 2 balls and 1 strike. This one's going to go in there for a ball 3 balls and 1 strike. And there goes the pitcher. They're going to try to get him, and he's safe. He is safe, and now bring it 5-13. Wouldn't it be something if Purnell came back and won the game?
It'll be a very long game, bud.
Well, 3 balls and 1 strike. Now nobody on base. 13-5 now. It's Supply lead. Lead is cut a teeny bit. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by John Thomas Inge. And now bring the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on now, 30 strike right on across that.
Here comes now the next pitch. That one's going to be in there. Strike number 3. That looked a little bit high, baby, but I think Joe Jackson says he's not going to sit there and just let the ball go by.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to be the first out.
Up to bat, Ryan Harvey. On deck, Brian Pettis.
Ryan Harvey at the bat now.
Pettis is up on deck. So, number 13 of Eppes Supply, he's got his work cut out for him as Ryan Harvey toward a target, and that was going to be inside, ball number 1. Things have really cooled off here at Miller Field, especially since that cloud has moved in a little bit.
The sun's going down, dude. That really helps, I think, more than the cloud does.
That's true, too.
I think it's that big white puffy thing's helping out.
And a swing and a miss by Harvey. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. And by the way, how much? What's the time doing on this game?
I have 1 hour and 21 minutes so far.
1-1 is the count with 1 out. Here comes out the pitch.
Outside.
Outside. Ball 2 balls and 1 strike. Here we are in the bottom of the 3rd here at Miller Field.
In only 1 hour and 21 minutes so far.
I know, it's been a long one. All right, that's going to end there for a ball number 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. This game goes on and on and on. Here comes the next pitch, ball number 4. And Pannells gets another run on base.
So what are the chances of selling a bunch of DVDs off this game?
Well, if I was going to bet that we would sell a lot, that would even make the most ambitious gambler cringe.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that was going to be in there for ball number 1. Thanks for at least tuning in to www.wpexonline.com.
Yep, you can buy this game if you want it. If you want to see a long game, perhaps you have insomnia. It's good tonight. There you go.
Oh no! Okay, here comes the next pitch.
Well,
this one's going to be high, and that's going to be in there for ball number 2. Yeah, the insomnia starts to set.
You know, Southside Sports Network is approved by the American Association of Sleep Doctors. You know.
Yep, neurology, I guess, or what is it?
Sure.
Runner will go down to second, and nobody's going to try him. No surprise there. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I told you to come in 3rd, right?
And I had to sit down.
No,
sit down, huh?
Yep.
Legs start, feet starting to hurt.
Face the catcher.
Anyway.
Do that.
Starting to get the old cramp leg here. 2 balls and 1 strike.
We should probably, at the Lunenburg, we should probably tilt our place just slightly towards.
I think we probably will. Here comes down the next pitch.
Oh,
that ball went high. Runner will go down to 3rd base. And with that 1 out, looks like Eppes might get another one back. Wow, we may have a game on our hands.
It's like watching
slow
motion game, I guess.
All right, here comes the windup and the pitch. And this one's going to be a pop-up foul back.
That was nice. That was good. All right, now.
Full count.
Come on now.
Yep.
It's like watching that game last night between Rotary and Legion, but doing it in slow motion. About half the speed. There you go.
Well, you'd have to do that to see both Matt and Thomas Paris pitching. Boy, they were really pitching. I tell you, they were really pitching at those baseballs. Both of them.
Oh, yeah.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes down the next pitch. And that one's going to be high. Ball 4.
The corners.
And he's going to send him right on down second base.
They're late now.
And nobody's going to be doing anything. Runner on second and third.
I do something here. Get the shoulder up in the back.
Here comes now the pitch. Winds up. Number 13 delivers. And there, actually outside for ball number 1.
Evan, come up off your feet when you throw the ball.
One ball and no strikes.
On deck, Antonio Fitzgerald.
Antonio Fitzgerald on deck. I blew my stats, unfortunately, but I had to keep the scoreboard going, but oh well.
Here comes the next pitch. That'd be in there.
There he goes.
Runner's going to try to come in. It's going to be close. He's out of there.
Good job.
And now bring up the second out. I wouldn't have sent him.
That was risky. Didn't pay off for him either.
All right, that's 2 down.
Anyway, runner will advance to third base, but they got 2 important outs.
Ben, slow down, 2 down. Hit the mitt. Come on, Dan.
Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Now make it 3 balls and no strikes.
Truth be told, though, maybe the umpire told him, listen, this is your last ups here, so you got to gamble at that point. You know,
well, that might be true.
Especially when you're down by 9 points, you almost have to try it, or 8 points. You got to start trying stuff.
Oh, Evan.
Hoping that something will you force something in.
The plate until the pitcher gets on the mound.
Next game, Rotary and Chamber will be coming up.
Get out.
Yep.
Swing and a miss, and there's strike 1.
Now it's a high one, though. I probably shouldn't have swung at it.
By the way, these 2 teams that are playing next, of course, if you've been familiar with these 2 teams, probably the bulk of the All-Stars are going to be playing. You're going to see them tonight on both teams.
Yep.
Some of Blackstone's best players.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. It's in there for strike number 2, and that brings up full count. But some of Blackstone's best players in the league will be playing game coming up.
Once you get on rubber, you got to go back. That's simple.
3 balls and 2 strike with 2 outs.
Come on, Dan. Right there in the middle now.
Runner on second base for Pannells. Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball. That's going to go to third base, and it goes right through him. 1 run will score, and now they're going to go to second. They're going to try to get him out. He overthrows him, and he is going to go all the way to third base. He's going to go on in. Well, they get him. It's going to be close, and he will slide in there. He will get it.
Park home run.
And that will bring 2 in. Actually, that's going to make it, 7 to 13.
Yeah.
And you know what? That important second out might come back to haunt Pannells.
It's depending what the time limit is here.
Everybody get down, get ready. Look like a ball team, make good throws.
Here comes down the pitch.
There you go.
Well, the only thing is this. Now here's a good. You're on a comeback, right? But it can only. But 6 runs is the. Then they got to change. So even if they did 6 runs,
assuming that the umpire's calling it for this, we just don't know.
We don't know. That's right. That's correct. We don't know. I mean, I don't know how that goes in this case.
It's not a school night, so.
Here comes now the windup, the pitch. That one's inside. Ball 1, ball 2 actually.
Yep. Ball 2.
2 balls and no strikes. All right, here comes the pitch, the windup.
Ball 3.
Ball number 3.
I think what we've seen happen here is just Eppes is not throwing any strikes anymore. They're having a hard time throwing strikes, and when they do, the other team's eating them. Is just hitting them to the outfield.
They don't have their main pitchers in anymore. Yeah. They took them out, let some other people pitch.
That decision might come back to haunt him the way things are starting to go for him, though.
3 balls and no strikes. Here comes down the pitch. And that one dropped in there for strike 1, but I'd take another one, wouldn't you?
Why not? I mean, if you're playing odds here, you got to look at it that way. It's going to be, that probably will be a ball.
Three balls and one strike with 2 outs. 13-7 is the score. Nobody on base, though, for Pannells. They got 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Oh, this one way outside. Ball number 4. And it starts all over again. Ball, the runner on first base.
Should have seen that way, doesn't it? Starts all over again.
And here comes a timeout.
And
now they're going to switch
pitchers. No surprise there. I'm not really surprised to see that.
So they're going to do that. We're going to do a quick timeout. So right now, as a pitcher's change, it's 13-7. We will be right back right after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography, the music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Stop by Victoria's Beauty Salon in Blackstone today. Not only can you get a style that's just for you and a tan too, but now Victoria's Beauty Salon presents Anna Ville's Body Work Practitioner. Tired from the stress of the week? Try some massage therapy. Anna provides many different massages to cater to your areas of stress.
All right, we're back here at Miller Field. We're just going to
interrupt the commercial that no one pays for.
All right, here we go. The pitch is going to be way high, and he's going to say, yes, you swung at it. It's in there for strike number 1. No balls.
Come on, Mama.
Yeah, the cloud is what we were talking about, kind of moved a little bit.
Yep.
Well, it looks like nothing's really threatening tonight's game. Here comes the next pitch.
Oh,
that was way out. There goes the runner down, second base. Easily makes it.
That was way out. Just a little inside there.
1-1 now is a count. Is that Ryan Harvey up?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, can't really tell.
Again, it helps with it. If they give us numbers, it'd help a lot.
Trouble is, a lot of times they don't know what the lineup's going to be. Way outside. Runner will go down to third base, and he will be safe at third. Well, they don't know the lineups a lot of times until the very last minute.
I want to go home.
2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes now the windup. Big number 2, whoever he is. Here comes the pitch.
Right,
and he finally throws one in there for Steve Wright in number 2.
When you get that second strike, he'll come in there and get the save.
Well, they're maybe down to the last out here, though. Here comes the pitch. Strike number 3, and that might be the game. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I think that's the ball game. Eppes Supply in the Blackstone League goes undefeated. They win 13-7 over Pannells Logan. And, well, I want to say, folks, thanks for tuning in. Now, by the way, stay tuned. We got another game, an exciting game, Chamber and Legion coming up. We'll be right back. I like Chamber and Legion, Chamber and Rotary coming up. And they're coming up following this game, so stay tuned to www.wpexonline.com. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye.